Good afternoon, everyone, especially to our teacher, Mrs. Jana Doloriel. I'm here in front of you because Mrs. Doloriel tasked me to do a discussion about the topic she assigned to me. And our topic for today is all about Saint Augustine. Who is Saint Augustine? Saint Augustine, also called Saint Augustine of Hippo. He was born November 13, 354 BC, Tagaste, Numidia, in Africa. He was one of the Latin fathers of the Church. He is one of the doctors in the Church and one of the most significant Christian thinkers. Saint Augustine of Hippo is one of the many great saints whose words have the power to pierce through your heart and awaken you to the truth of who you are. He has been and continues to be a source of great strength, faith, wisdom, and inspiration for people from all over the world. He has been and continues to be a source of great strength, faith, wisdom, and inspiration for people from all over the world. And chances are after reading this post, you will become one of them as well. His philosophical approach to Christian thinking is the most influential theological system. His written works are among the foundation of medieval and modern Christian thought. Saint Augustine, deeply influenced by Plato's ideas, not surprisingly, he adopted Plato's views that the self is an immaterial but rational soul. Giving the theory forms a Christian perspective, Augustine asserted that these forms were concepts existing within the perfect and eternal God where the soul belonged. Saint Augustine held that the soul held the truth and was capable of scientific thinking. Saint Augustine's concept of a self was an inner material because you, that had self-knowledge and self-awareness. He believed that the human being was both a soul and a body, and the body possesses senses such as imagination, memory, reason, and mind through which the souls experience the world. He also reasoned that human beings through the senses could sense the material temporal objects. As we interacted to the material world, the immaterial but intelligible, defined as able to understood only by the intellect, not by the senses. God would only be clear or obvious to the mind if one tuned into his or her immaterial self or soul. The aspects of soul or self, according to Saint Augustine, are: it is able to be aware of itself. It recognizes itself as a holistic one. It is aware of its unity. Augustine's sense of self is his relation to God, but in his recognition of God's love and his response to it, achieved through self-presentation, then self-realization. Augustine believed one could not achieve inner peace without finding God's love. What were Saint Augustine's beliefs? He believed that time is not infinite because God created it. Augustine tries to reconcile his beliefs about free will, especially the belief that humans are morally responsible for their actions, with his belief that one's life is predestined. What is his contribution? As Augustine constructs a view of God that would come to dominate Western thinking, he also creates a new concept of individual identity, the idea of the self. This idea is achieved through a twofold process: self-presentation, which leads to self-realization. The 10 Augustinian values: love, interiority, humility, devotion to study and the pursuit of wisdom, freedom, community, common good, humble and generous service, friendship, and prayer. What are the things we can learn from Saint Augustine? So here are some of the things we can learn from Saint Augustine. First, if you're suffering from a bad man's injustice, forgive him, lest there be two bad men. Resentment is like drinking poison and waiting for the other person to die. Saint Augustine of Hippo. Second, let love be rooted in you and all that you do. If you keep silent by love. If you speak, speak by love. If you correct, correct by love. If you pardon, pardon by love. Let love be rooted in you, and from the root nothing but good can grow. Love and do what you will. Saint Augustine of Hippo. The daughters of hope are anger and courage. Hope has two beautiful daughters. Their names are anger and courage. Anger at the way things are, and courage to see that they do not remain as they are. Fourth, fear is the enemy of love. Fear is the enemy of love of Saint Augustine of Hippo. There is no better proof of friendship than to help our friends with their burdens. Sixth, the punishment of every disordered mind is its own disorder. 7. He that is kind is free. He that is kind is free, though he is a slave. He that is evil is a slave, though he be a king. Saint Augustine of Hippo. And this will be the end of our discussion today. Thank you for listening, and God bless.